Hi, I'm Brooke and this is Maya. We love road tripping around the country and visiting new places. I recently bought a van so that these trips would be more comfortable, and I'm currently building it out into the van of my dreams. In the last video, I installed the flooring and also the sound deadening material. Today I'm starting in with framing for the ceiling. The way we decided to do it was to screw a 1x2 into this middle beam. So you see me pre-drilling the hole and then I go back and screw it in with a screw. We then put a frame piece at the front and back. These pieces didn't have a beam for us to screw into, so we used L brackets to screw into the side beam. The one I just did was the front, and this is the back framing piece. For the roof, I got this Pacific Knotty Cedar planking, 1/4 inch thick, 8 feet long, and it's tongue and groove. Okay, it is now time for one of my less favorite parts of this build. I have to sand down all of my boards that I'm going to use for the roof and for the walls, so that they are ready for some stain and some paint. They're already pretty smooth, so I'm just going to start by going in with a 120 sandpaper and just give them a light sanding and see what we think from there. After much contemplation about what color I want to go with for stain, I think I'm just going to leave them natural and just poly them. Being in such a small confined space, I'm worried about it being too dark. So if I just leave them natural and poly, it should be light and bright and make the space look much bigger than what a dark stain would. So I'm just going to get these cleaned up and I'm going to put a coat of poly on them. So I'm just going to blow them off with the leaf blower, and then I'm going to wipe them down real nice, and then we'll get to polying. Something that's super important when working with a poly instead of paint, poly you cannot shake. You do not want air bubbles in this, so it's important to make sure that you always stir it with a stick rather than shaking poly. The point in using poly is because it is a protectant. It puts like a seal on the outside of the wood to protect it from any water, protect it from any possible damage. But as you can see, it also brings out the grain in the wood and makes the wood more beautiful. those boards that I just polyed dry, I'm gonna get going with this Reflectix. I basically want to go crazy with this and just try and put it literally everywhere that I can. This 3M general purpose spray adhesive, I'm gonna cut these out to the size I need, spray the adhesive on it, and stick it up wherever I need it.
I also got 1.5-inch foam board for insulation to double insulate the van because I want to be able to take this out in hot weather and stay cool, and in cold weather and stay warm. We thought that we could just score the top and it would break off, which did end up working when we were going with the grain. However, this cut here was against the grain, so it would not snap off. I resorted to using the jigsaw to cut this, which was probably overkill, but it worked like a charm.
I am going to spray the 3M adhesive on here and then stick it up just like I did with the Reflectix. That should hold it in place at least until the adhesive dries and it sticks to the roof. All right, I got the second coat on. I'm very happy with how these are looking. I love that it's bringing out that natural wood grain, the knots in the wood. I think it looks really pretty, and I think I'll be happy with it versus the stain, because like I said before, I just don't want it to be too dark. I want it to feel light and airy since it's such a small van.
Next, we figured out where the exact middle was and placed a board there to work our way out from the center. Then we just continued placing boards on either side until the whole roof was covered. And that's all for video 2 of the van build. Stay tuned for future progress videos, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!